So I had to get a rant out in my last video, which also happens to be featuring my hat, about my thoughts this week regarding everything happening with Trump and, you know, his inauguration and all that other kind of stuff. This video is just me doing some lighthearted stuff because I need to balance it out. I'm already overwhelmed, already dealing with like, yeah. Okay. I don't even know how to put it in words now after that little rant. I'm just blah. Anyway, so you don't have to watch that other video before this one or anything. And now when I talk about how like I love ball caps, this is one of my favorites. It is a bit dirty up here though, so I do need to kind of take the pins out and clean it, but I need my space. Love NASA, love space. But I wore ball caps a lot as a kid because I really liked them. They're one of the few hats that I actually enjoy because I need something for like sun color, like cover, because like my eyes, of course, are super sensitive to the light. I think it's like light colored eyes are more sensitive to my eyes are blue. I know you can't really see that from here. Like it's really hard to, anyway. But yeah, I wore ball caps a lot, but it's one of the few hats that will kind of sit on top of whatever glasses I have, and not like it's like a good stopper, but it also good cover. So, and these transition to sunglasses in the sun, so that's cool. But yeah, and so I've got, you know, a cool pin that I got as a gift actually from a friend from where she's at, my little pride flag thing. Morally gray is my favorite color. It is. I mean, blue objectively, but morally gray, just as my soul. Yeah, so I wore this today. I mean, like now 7-year-old, so he's now 7 years old. My youngest cleared for stuff after that, you know, mild concussion. So that was hard dealing with it this week. He's doing better. So we did some outdoor stuff today. Nothing too strenuous or anything. It just, you know, happened to have I know my hair's like so short now, so it's like having it in a ponytail in the back and got all this hair coming out, so I'm all sorts of but anyway, when I wear a hat, I really like to wear it whether it's indoors or not, so I'm enjoying this. I was not wearing just this going outside though. Like I had layers, and I had my Deadpool sweatshirt, so like layers and Deadpool sweatshirt because I didn't want to have like a big bulky jacket, but I wanted to be warm. So, you know, yeah, so we did that. He decided on Burger King for his birthday dinner, so cool. My dad had sent a bunch of gift cards, one of them being a Burger King gift card with a lot on it. So yeah, so that was our spoilage. Yeah, and so then came back home, and I had to rant for a little bit, but now I want to do some fun stuff. Sorry, I have like this little bug bite, so I'm like, this is like, FYI, a lot of people don't realize that women do have, like, they get like little whisker things and stuff like that, like, you know, hairs and stuff. I pluck mine not for any beauty reason. It's just because I am a picker. I pick things. It's part of my, like, I pick things. And I have caused myself to bleed. So if I have a little bit of a hair, it picks. So I'm trying not to pick because I got this little bug bite thing. Like, it's not a pimple. No, it's a bug bite, and it's irritating. So I'm sorry if that distracts you during the video, but it just anyway. So yeah, recently, other than writing, my like retelling, like one of my retellings, I say but just one of my retellings of Beauty and the Beast. So other than writing up the very detailed like descript, like not even like a synopsis, not even like a summary, it's like a very descript, they did this, they did that, they said this kind of thing, like chapters. So I'm up to 4 now. I started this past week, so but I'm also doing like my own Belle cosplay, and it's going to be her blue dress, but it's going to be kind of like, I wouldn't say cyberpunk, not really cyberpunk, but just like punkish, gothish, but also whimsical, because it's blue and then it's got like space themed like stuff, so it's going to be cool. So I'm doing that, and I was able to find my CD player. Yay! And I couldn't believe it, but when I opened it up, I found my Inuyasha like CD. I was like, whoa, I got that forever ago. Like, early 2000s. So I didn't know where that CD was, and I had found it, I think, forever ago, and put it in the CD player, because this CD player is fairly new. I got within the last like 4 years. So it's, so like, but I didn't know where that particular CD went, so I found it. I did switch it out because I've been listening to the Hop CD a lot. But anyway, so Stress, but these were pretty cheap, so I added to my donkey collection. I mean, you can't really see it very well, but that framed thing, that was signed by Jim Cummings, Winnie the Pooh. So it's like I got to meet one of my childhood like persons, so that was really awesome. He was very sweet. Winnie the Pooh and Tigger too. So so yeah, I love Winnie the Pooh a lot, and I love Tigger as well. So of course gotta have these two. If I can find one with all the others, like Rabbit and Piglet and Eeyore and Kanga and Roo and Gopher, like I don't think they really do anything with Gopher, actually. That would be awesome. I would love to see Gopher like in a ducky form. That'd be really cool. But yeah, so because I got the Belle and Ariel ones, of course. Two of my favorite Disney princesses, but of course Pooh Bear. I got some Winnie the Pooh themed stuff. I love Winnie the Pooh. So I got that. I found this too. So that's pretty cool. Lord of the Rings, of course. I am determined though now. I am determined. So when I can afford it next time, I'm going to get all the things that I can and teach myself Elven. Just because. Like I'm still passively trying to memorize some vocab for Korean. So that doesn't go away exactly. But it's a lot harder for me than it was for Japanese years ago. Like, like I was studying like Japanese like fall of 2004 to like 2006, 2007. So like I was studying it for a good couple years. And I couldn't put together sentences very well in Japanese, but I understood a majority of what was said around me or to me. And I could kind of string together a sentence occasionally. I worked on vocab and pronunciation the most when it came to Japanese. So I'm trying to do that with Korean because I feel like if I have a foundation of pronunciation and vocab, like at least understanding words, even if I can't like be proficient enough to speak it, like actually like put together a sentence or anything, or have a passive like conversation with someone, I at least would like to understand it. Like that's where I'm starting, because I never start with the writing. I can't, like, it's my brain is looking at Korean like the written Korean as just the same way it's looking at musical notes. Like I've spoken about this many times before, but I cannot sight read. My brain is wired in such a way that I cannot grasp musical notes. I just can't. I can't even look at, like, you could teach me one musical note, just one musical note, over and over and over again. What is this musical note? What does it sound like? I will not retain that knowledge no matter what. And trust me, there have been efforts made in my childhood to my detriment. But anyway, so that's the way my brain looks at Korean, like written Korean. It's like, oh, no. We're not doing that. So I'm trying to go towards like vocab and practice pronunciation, which is really hard because I'm trying to listen, and my hearing is not the best. It's really not as good as it used to be, because I have tinnitus in both ears after the Navy. Like, my hearing was really good going to the Navy. I mean, that was the only saving grace when I came to choir years ago, because I could hear. I learned by ear, literally. So even if I couldn't read, like sight read, I knew things by ear and could like know when to put, like, I could time things. I knew like the like what each thing was, even if I couldn't name it. Like, no, I recognize what this is. Nope, that's not correct. So it's like, but my hearing is not the same way. So I can't like, it's really hard sometimes to listen to videos when people are pronunciating like anything in Korean, I'm just like, so I will practice it. I will verbalize it and start practicing it right then and there. But I stumble a lot. I'm much better when I'm with a person and I can hear that, like, I'm talking to them and I hear how they say it. It's just, it's better for my memory when it's in person for me. That's why I do better when it comes to instruction, like classes, when it comes to things related to language. I sucked at Spanish though in high school. Like, I don't know what it was. And yeah, from SoCal, like how can you, let's not go there, okay? Let's not go there. I just, for some reason, I just couldn't. But yeah, I'm determined now. Like, I'm determined. Like, I want to teach myself Elven. Like, how am I going to do this for some fancy language when I can barely even learn another, like, actual language? I mean, Elven is an actual language, it's because it actually was created. But still, if you know what I mean. Like, then again, I mean, I could try to teach myself Klingon. No, that's too ambitious. That's too ambitious. I'm sure there are people who would be like, don't you think Elven is too ambitious? Like, what are you doing? I really love Lord of the Rings, though. I mean, yes, I love Star Trek, but I really love Lord of the Rings. So, we'll see how this goes. On a recent trip to Guitar Center for Oldest practicing guitar lessons, we saw these cool little skulls that are shakers. Sorry, I will put a warning that I will do this in case anyone does not like surprise sounds. I certainly don't like surprise sounds, especially if it's a sound that I would not like. So if you do not like the shaking thing, I will put trigger warning that, like, hey, I have a shaker and I will shake it during the video. So I will put that warning. I was just going to show it. I wasn't really going to shake it, but I love it. You know what? I really should do like an ASMR like series or whatever. Just random things that I enjoy that I think I like the sound of. Or the vision of. I don't know. I can't imagine. I mean, okay. I don't mind watching other people eat, to be honest. Like mukbang, like the whole, you know, like food travel stuff, or I have no issue with that. But I have this weird like idea that people would hate it if I do it. Even though they could be like me, where they have no problem watching other people eat. Am I weird? Well, no, that's a rhetorical question. I am weird, but I mean, is this odd to feel that way? I don't know. But anyway, but yeah, it's, I just love the sound. I feel like because I'm doing it, it doesn't upset me. If someone else were to randomly start doing that next to my ear, though, I would freak out. I would like start punching. Like someone's getting like more than one black eye, okay? But like, because it's me that's doing it. It's the same way where people are like, oh, you have sensory issues? Well, why do you listen to such loud music? Like, if I'm the one who sets the volume and I'm doing it, that's okay. But if it's like a surprise sound, that upsets me more than the average person, okay? Like, I can't, even when I expect it, going into public bathrooms and there's like the air dryer, that upsets me. Like, you have no idea. I have always despised those things. I don't care if it's more efficient for environment or whatever. I don't care. I hate it, okay? But like the whole concept of people like, well, but you do this. Yeah, because I'm the one that's setting the volume. Yeah, because I'm the one that's doing it. And because I want to. But the moment that someone does it next to my ear and I didn't want them to, or I wasn't expecting it, that motherfucker is getting a punch in the face and it's going to hurt them. And I'm not going to apologize, okay? I love it. Oh my gosh. So, like, we got I think 7-year-old got like the black one because there was a black painted one, and then I think 11-year-old got the white one, or is the opposite? I don't know, because no, I think he got the white one. Because normally, like, so 11-year-old really his favorite color is black right now. I would have thought that 7-year-old would get the blue one, but he wanted, no, maybe he's the one that got the white one. I don't know. They figured it out. They like, 11-year-old was in his guitar lessons, and 7-year-old's like, hey, I will pick these two out for us. So I don't know which one chose which. I would have thought the 11-year-old would choose the black one, but maybe he didn't. I don't know. Anyway, but I got the blue one for me because, yeah, blue's my favorite color. So I'm just... Oh my god, that scared me. I was like, no, it's dropping. I don't want to go between my bed and my desk. Because I have my bed like here against the wall. And then right in front of me is the L, like the bottom L part of the L-shaped desk. So I've got this part against my bed. And then I got the long part going along the wall where my work stuff is. But there's this in-between part where there's like the desk and my bed, and I don't want to go down. That scared me so much. I'm gonna put that down so I don't do anything with it. Oh my goodness. Sorry, that scared me so much. Oh, just the idea of going down there. I need to clean. I know there's dust. I know there's stuff probably growing and becoming sentient down there, okay? I know there probably is. But I don't want to go down there right now. I don't. Oh, just the thought. Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm putting that over there. Pretty far from me. So that I do not. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Now, this part is definitely not cutesy fun whimsy. But I was going through my stuff. So, you know, I'm like wearing, so this is like the only necklace I really wear is this crystal. And it was like this clay part, and this part was made by a friend in high school. So like I was 14 years old when it was given to me. So I have had that since. Now I've changed like the necklace, like the actual like chain part. I've added you know, the tree of life, and I've added an owl. I really love this owl one. Now I would have like if they had like a hawk, if they had like a falcon or something like that. Like I like predator birds, but owls are predators too, so it's cool. But yeah, so like tree and some sort of bird or whatever, and so I've added that. But yeah, I'm actually wearing my rings today too. So this one I got from like one of those kind of novelty shops, so that's, it fits perfectly on the thumb. Moonstone that I got in San Diego, so really love that design. I can't really, it's really hard to show the design. It's really hard. My hands are really dry, by the way, so sorry. I think I do. It's like my hand stuff. I normally try to avoid this when I have my rings on, but I need to put some on because I don't like the idea of my ring slipping around. But my hands are super dry because of the weather. And then I got this in Lemoore. They were having a gem metal show, which I love going to those because I collect gems and rocks and stones and mostly silver. Now I happen to find like this band or whatever, so this can bend, like this can move, which is really cool. And it was for $1. I was like, yeah, I really love feathers and stuff. Like I plan to have a feather tattoo. Like I plan to have, well, not just feather, but like a wing starting on the back and enveloping around here, and it's going to be slight feather and then slight semicolon. If you know the reason, the meaning behind that, and almost every feather is going to have one of those. Trying to represent myself and loved ones who have either still been going through it or lost to that battle. But anyway, and then one is going to be like partially broken, like wing on the back, like bottom left side, kind of curling around my hip. And that's going to be like the same thing with that, but it's going to be kind of, you know, broken a little bit. And there's a whole backstory to that. But anyway, so I love feathers. I love birds. I love, you know, well, certain birds. I do not like parakeets. No. Anyway, and of course, if you recognize them, Hugin Mugen. I probably mispronounced that. I'm sorry. But I do like Norse mythology. Yeah. So anyway, so yeah, I'm wearing these, right? And I'm wearing this. And I was looking through my stuff, like my stones and stuff and things I have near my bed. And I found a couple bracelets. And as I said, blue is my favorite color. I know I always do like a lead up or a backstory for something, but anyway, so blue is my favorite color. This one I've had for a very long time. I've had that since high school. So I've had this for a very long time. This one was given to me by a very close friend of mine that I consider a sibling, a sister, and it's a wolf. I need to do the thing, don't I? I need to do the thing, don't I? I don't know if you can actually see, like the glint, the eyes are like tiny green, which I think is like supposed to be emerald, which is my birthstone. So yeah, but anyway, so yeah, cute. Okay, you can kind of see the green there. I don't know if you can, well, get the light. There you go. Shine the green light. Anyway, so I found these and I'm like, oh, I really want to wear these. And then I remembered, oh yeah, there's some bullshit performative movement going on with blue bracelets right now. Nope, I'm not going to wear them then. I'll wear blue in, you know, other areas, but I was like, oh, I miss these. I haven't worn them in a while. Like, oh. And then I was like, oh yeah, there's that shit going on. Which, yeah, it's performative. There's so many other ways that people could have helped other than what they're proclaiming with that movement. But at first I was like, oh, okay, yeah, like a movement. I can get behind some movements. And then I went online and stopped and listened and actually read accounts by Black women. And I was like, oh, yeah, no, guess I'm not wearing blue bracelets then. And I'm not going to buy blue bracelet. I'm not going to, no. Yeah. So that was my thing. I was like, oh yeah, I love these and they're blue and blah, blah, blah. And then I was like, oh yeah, that shit's going on. So no, I'm not going to wear them, but I still wanted to show. They're very beautiful. I really love that. I love this. I love the accent of silver and then like the dark blue and then like the whole like volcanic, like, oh, I love it. I love dark colors. I love dark, mostly of the cool colors variety of like blues and greens and purples and yeah, and black. Oh, love. I've been trying to add more color, mostly various shades of blue, maybe green here or there. Like I happen to have like a semi mint green and then I have like a semi like darker green. I think I have like a shirt somewhere over here on my bed, but anyway, it says like not for everyone on it. It's like super big too. I got it from like the men's section of Goodwill and I was like, oh, it's like a super soft shirt, like super soft for my sensory stuff. That's really good. And then not for everyone. I like that because I'm definitely not for everyone. But anyway, so I'm just like, that's like a darker kind of green. So I'm like, I'm trying to incorporate some color that I actually like. And then, you know, some purple here or there, like darker purple. But yeah, it's mostly shades of blue. like this blue, I've got like a periwinkle blue, I've got like a more royal blue, I've got like a cerulean blue, I've got like a lot of blues. And then of course there's a bunch of grays and blacks because that's just, yeah. That's it, as long as it's within the variety of the thing. If I could afford to get like multiple copies of some things, I would, because that's my autistic side. But anyway, like I'm just like, like I like to have a lot of the same thing. Like I need that continuity. But yeah, so I saw those and I was like, oh, nice. I'm not going to wear them now because of that thing going on. But I think it's beautiful. I love it. I love the marbling thing too when it comes to blue and stones. Like, you know, those people who are all about like the perfect stone, the perfect unblemished, whatever. No, give me all the blemishes. Give me all the lines. Give me all the glitter randomly throughout. Give me all the things, whether it's smooth or you know, craggly, doesn't matter. It's beautiful. I have to have it. I love it. So I'm like, if it's marbled, if it's pockmarked, it doesn't matter. It's a stone. It's beautiful. I love it. I must cherish it. That's just how I see it. Okay, so that out of the way. I need to put more on because I get really dry very quickly. I'm literally like a fucking selkie or something. You had to water me all the time. I jumped because that was when my kids about to open my door and they're like, yeah, because I'm actually recording while my kids are awake. I know, novel concept. Most of the time I'm recording when they're asleep because most of the time got a whole bunch of stuff going on. But no, today I took the day off to celebrate my 7-year-old's birthday, and we picked up 11-year-old after he had like a thing today at school, because he had like, what was it, a test? What was it? An event. He had a thing that he had to go to before noon. So I went to the VA hospital because I had to get stuff done there. Hopefully they can actually give me some answers because I've had neck problems even before the shoulder injury, but it was exacerbated by the shoulder injury. So finally getting an x-ray of that, because the people in the Navy were like, oh, you're making this up. Oh, it's not that serious. But in medical jargon, because I looked up the words. I looked up what the words were in the reports because I was looking up the reports related to what was going to happen with my discharge. So the words they pretty much were saying that I was making everything up. It's like, but the tests show this. Like, how can you... Anyway. So I had to go to the VA, get some x-rays done for the neck, which thankfully didn't take long. Trying to go through so many channels to get the community care referral up and running again, because physical therapy suddenly had to stop because the VA did not approve it. And I'm like, oh, great. I've made strides. I have a lot of mobility again that I have not had for almost 10 years. Awesome. But I still need to strength train, and I am doing my exercises at home. But I also, after unfreezing my shoulder, they've had to work on the actual muscle groups because I've had so many knots and so much angst going on for almost 10 years, because this was injured in April of 2015. So yeah, within the last couple months, at the very end of 2024, so almost 10 years I've been dealing with this shit, okay? So finally getting some of it worked, but I need a professional to work and see the progress. Like, I kind of need that. Yeah. Like, I can do whatever exercises they tell me to do at home, and I got a band, I've got weights, I've got all the things, and modified push-ups against the wall. I can do those things, but I still need a professional therapist to kind of look through things and be like, oh, okay, and actually feel the thing and coordinate with the test from the VA. And can't do that right now because the VA did not approve of more physical therapy. So this morning was running around a lot. 7-year-old was not amused. He did not like it. But we were rewarded with doing outdoor activities like he wanted, and having a big lunch, and then having Burger King for dinner. And we'll do the cake thing soon, which will be an ice cream cake, like the little Friendlies ones from Walmart, because they're really cheap and really delicious. We all chose chocolate this year. I don't really like their strawberry shortcake version. I'm very particular about strawberry anything. It has to have the right texture. It has to have the right amount of actual strawberry and sugariness, and has to balance out with the other flavors. Because if it doesn't, then I don't like it. It has to be precise for me. So, but chocolate, milk chocolate, you can't go wrong with that. Like almost ever with me. It just, chocolate. Anyway, so yeah. What the hell was I talking about before that interruption, before I did that tangent? Oh my God. I have no idea. I'm sure I will look back and be like, oh yeah, that's what I was going to do. Or maybe I'll remember it in the middle of the video like I've done in the past. Either way, I'm going to do this last bit. So I do these things, which a lot of people do these things on like, have done this on Facebook or other things where they're like, oh, marriages, divorces, how many pets have you had? Or, like, and you can say like your answers and stuff like that. These little like survey things or whatever, these little like quiz things, not quiz things. What are they called? They're not surveys. They're, anyway, I love doing that because I like knowing about myself. Like, I'm like, oh, how would I answer this? Because unfortunately, very much my autistic side, I do not like vague things. I cannot do certain things like the MBTI. What is it called? MBTI. I can't stand that thing because it is I could fit into any category, and I've done the test so many times, and it's just, but the fact that there are actual therapists who see it as real science, it's like, no, it's as much as like horoscopes or numerology. Like, I enjoy the fun of numerology because I love numbers, especially even numbers. But I love like the counting. Like, I love Sudoku, really love Sudoku. Like, I like the concept of numbers, not the math and problem solving side of it, but numbers. Really like numbers and how things are made up with numbers and how things are added up and made. I will stop at a certain second on the microwave. I'll just, like, I am really big. So I like the concept of numerology, but I take it with a grain of salt. Like, I'm not really like super into it. Same way with like horoscopes, like it's fun or whatever, but I'm not actually like really into it. But there are people who actually take the MBTI. I'm pretty sure that's not the name of it, if you know what I'm talking about. Like, are you an N, like IN something T or I or J or whatever, like that thing? And I have literally taken the test at random intervals throughout my life, and just like I be every single one, because it depends on what my answer is going to be, because it depends on how I'm feeling, because unfortunately it's too strict. There's not enough leeway or enough options. It's just this and this. And it's like, but I'm feeling like this right now, or I'm feeling like that, or that's how I was back then, but I'm not like that now. But they're like, nope, once you take it, that's you forever. And I'm like, no, that's not how I operate. And and on the flip side, I do not like things that are too vague, too out there. Like, no, you need to be precise. If you cannot be precise, this is worthless. No. Like, the diagnosis that I tried to get for my 7-year-old for autism, like, I'm fighting the system because he presents specific autistic traits, not just ADHD. But people are ignoring the whole autistic side and be like, well, because he can function. No. Because he is social. No. So I get frustrated with that. And I know this is a big lead up to what I'm about to do. But anyway, like, I filled out pages, front and back pages, to the very vague questions. Like, this was vague. That's not accurate. Or, you're asking this, do you mean this or do you mean this? Because if it's this is the answer. If it's that, this is the answer. Like 10 or more pages, okay? Handwritten. Because I typed up the first 5. And then I had to add more at the appointment because they didn't give me all the questionnaires online. So in person, 5 more front and back pages. Handwritten. The first were typed. So yeah, it's so I need specifics. I cannot do vague. I absolutely loathe and despise vague. It needs to be precise. And if I'm asking clarifying questions, do not get pissed at me, because I'm making sure that I'm getting things right. So if you don't want efficiency, fine. That's thankfully my current job, which is, lasted pretty well. My supervisor is really great and understanding. So when I ask like follow-up questions, she's not pissy at me. She's just like, okay, no. Or sometimes she'll anticipate that I will ask questions about it. So she will give me all the answers up front. And I'll be like, okay. And then she'll ask me, do you have any questions? I'll be like, no, actually you covered it. And she'll be like, cool. Because she knows I'm going to ask. So she anticipates like, okay, I know she's going to ask. I know she's going to do this autistic thing. So I'm going to try to help her. So that is one of the accommodations I have at work. I happen to have a really great supervisor. So she like does that for me, is that like, okay, I know what you're going to do, and I know that it's going to upset you, and you're not going to be able to think this through until you have all the answers. So I've already done this. So that's a great step. But even if she doesn't, if she's too busy or whatever, she doesn't mind answering questions if I have follow-up questions. I'm lucky like that, because all of my schooling and almost every single job up to this point. So, that being said, yes, I have to explain everything. I can't just say a thing and assume that people are going to know what I'm talking about, because too often people misinterpret, misunderstand, or because of my anxiety and because of my like, oh my God, they're not going to be able to understand me. Oh my God, I have to explain because if I say this thing, then you're just going to have to work with it. Okay. I'm sorry. You're just going to have to deal with it, because if you have watched any of my other videos, then this is part of it. If you haven't, sorry, this is your introduction to me being chaotic. Okay. So all that being said, I love doing those little things where it asks you questions and you answer. So I do that a lot on Facebook. I've done that a lot in the past, and I love saving it, because I like to look back and see what my answer was back then. So I'm going to read one that happens to be from 2018. So this was when I was pregnant, going to have my C-section in 2 days, because this was from the 22nd. So, and the 24th is my 7-year-old's birthday. So this is like 2 days before I was going to have my C-section. I was in the process of a divorce. I was not like, I had to move around a lot because there was some abuse in the family home, like from other people that were in my dad's home. So like I had to move around a lot. I had to keep it a secret, because otherwise my ex was going to cause major issues for me, because he's that kind of monster. If you look at all my other videos, I'm not going to go into all that, but my ex-husband, very abusive, very bad. Okay. So I was already like stressed, I'm upset, and I was like, oh, let me answer some of these questions. And honestly, I kind of like, what, a lot of these answers are the same now. So that's kind of cool, like 7 years later. Okay. So I'm going to read the question thing first, and then I'll put what I put on my my thread. So I said, in 2018, as I try to get my mind to shut up so I can sleep, because insomnia, I've had it since I was 4. It's just awful. So marriages, 1. Divorces, 1 soon, because it hadn't finalized yet. The next month it did. Thank goodness. I celebrated so much then. Pets right now, none. Surgeries, 2 so far, with another on Wednesday. That was the C-section that was, going to happen. Tattoos, 6 and more planned. I have 7 now. Definitely way more planned. Piercings, none, and keeping it that way. I do not have a good history with piercings, so no piercings. Shotgun, 9mm and M16, Navy thug life. And of course I put in parentheses, boot camp, okay? Only boot camp. Like, kind of face. Quit a job a few times. Ever been on TV? Yes, actually, but it aired in the middle of the night where no one saw it. It was a clogging thing in middle school. I don't know why they call it Americanized clogging, but whatever. Clogging. I did clogging in middle school. Yeah, that's a fun fact about me, I guess. I miss it. I actually want to get clogging shoes and just start doing it again. I wouldn't be able to move the same speed that I used to. And by same speed, I mean, do you know DDR? Like the little pads where you do the dance on the arrows and stuff like that? The very first time I tried it, someone who was like, okay, this is your first time, let's do it 2. And I'm like, 2. I stumbled and fell. I said, can we speed it up? And they're like, speed it up. Okay. 3, still too slow for me. 4, okay, now we're getting there. 5, just right my speed. That's how quick I was when it came to clogging. That's how quick I was when I first started DDR. I did clogging when I was in middle school. I didn't do DDR until like I was 17 or 18, so years later. 3 is too slow. 4 is just almost perfect. And 5 was the speed that I was at. 5 is supposed to be the top, or at least back then in the early 2000s. But so I don't even know what it is now, if it's the same thing. But 5 was perfect for me. That's how fast I was. So I can't go that speed anymore. No way, with all my issues, my physical issues. Been to an island, only Oahu. I really want to visit the others. That never happened, sadly. What do you drive? Honda CR-V. I'm a Honda girl, I guess. I'm not going to tell you which one I have now. But yeah, Honda. I like Honda. Flown on plane? Duh. Walls. I'm sassy, okay? I'm very sassy and just obnoxious, all right? So, hit a deer? No. And I've not hit any animal, actually. Knock on wood. Actually, I have a wooden desk in front of me. Ha! Okay. Someone cried over you? Maybe. If they have, I'm not aware. Fallen in love? Yes. Watch someone die? Yes. Rode an ambulance? Too many times. Ice skating? Yes. Very enthusiastic with that answer. I need to not be broken so I can go again. My kids have never actually been ice skating. I really wanted to take them ice skating when they were younger and kind of like teach them, because I'm not like Olympic or anything, and I'm like not like, I can't even go too fast, but once I get the hang of it, I'm really good at it. Same way with rollerblading and roller skating. I was really good at those too. Been surfing and failed miserably. Water skiing, snow skiing. I was actually pretty good at snow skiing. I want to learn how to snowboard though. Yeah, that's probably never going to happen with my broken ass body, but still. Been on a cruise? Not yet. That Disney one is calling my name though. Actually, now I don't think I want to go on a Disney cruise. I don't know. But if it's Disney, I probably wouldn't have been as upset. Uh-oh. Why is this being weird? Okay. Ridden on a motorcycle? Once or twice. Almost died? This is also too many times. I should have put a laugh emoji at the end of that one. Stayed in a hospital. Sigh. Story of my life. Favorite fruit? I will have a caveat at the end with this. Strawberry. Lemon is a close second. Favorite vegetable? Corn. Yeah. I really, really like corn. Like, I think that has to be my top one. But I also really love other vegetables like cabbage, carrots, broccoli. I really love sweet peppers and bell pepper. Well, I do not like red bell pepper. Red bell peppers, I just cannot stand. I absolutely cannot stand. I will pick them out of anything. If I feel it, I don't know what it is. I am perfectly fine with the orange and yellow. Actually, yellow is my favorite because it's sweeter. Green, it's become a bit too acidic for me. I don't mind adding it to pizza, but just yeah. But anyway, corn. Favorite dessert? You're really asking me to pick. I am trying not to be self-conscious, but my teeth are really crooked and really messed up, and I do have baby teeth that never came out, and apparently that's a genetic thing, and they were telling me that 7-year-old might also be dealing with that. 11-year-old, no. So it's like a 50-50 thing. But so 7-year-old's already showing that he might have like baby teeth that are not gonna like drop. There's no adult teeth underneath. So that's happened to me. My teeth are not like very straight or anything, so like I have been a little self-conscious that, like, it's funny because like I don't care about the other stuff really. Like I am the shape I am and I'm whatever, but my teeth, I don't smile as much. You notice I'm a little more closed-lipped about stuff. That's because I'm a little conscientious of my teeth, and I love sweet things, but I can't handle too many sweet things because of the issues with my teeth in the past. And so I've dealt with a lot of cavities. I've had to have a root canal. I have 2 implants right now, and I could not afford getting the crowns put on. So that'll have to happen later, unfortunately. But anyway, I do love dessert. I love sweet things. I have way too many, so I'm actually not going to go through the list because it will be long. And I have a list that I really want to try, mostly from other countries, but just, yeah. Anyway, morning or night? I don't think you understand what night owl means in my family. Favorite color? Baby blue mixed with a dash of periwinkle and deep royal blue, navy blue. What? I'm an artist. That's actually, I made that mix in, was it middle school? Yeah, I think 7th grade. So middle school. I had like a baby blue and then I put a dash of periwinkle, and like just a slight smidge of, like white after that. And that was like the perfect like light blue. And then royal blue and navy blue are the two like darker ones I really love as like a contrast. If you haven't seen my other videos, I talk about contrast a lot. Like I love contrast. I love contrasting like colors, and I like patterns that are contrasting, but not too. Some patterns I think are a bit loud and overwhelming, but overall I love contrast. I love like the like most of color but with like trim. So like I like, you know, the blue and then like this gray right here, like that's the main and that's the trim. I love that kind of concept too. I love that so much. So, and then it says last phone call, Chris, and that I am still friends with the Chris that I mentioned there. Okay, so the top that I put in here was scrolling through memories and found one from 2018. Most answers are the same. I have 7 tattoos now. Surgeries are actually more than that, lol. And one noted that huckleberry is actually my favorite fruit, but that's not easily available like strawberries, which are my close second, tied with lemon. That is true. If you've never had a huckleberry, think it's like a mixture between, I would say like the sweetness of a strawberry, like the sweetness level. And it's like a blueberry without like the tartness. I don't know how else to describe. Like huckleberry is just heaven. So the Pacific Northwest, like that's like a good area to, if you want to try huckleberry. Huckleberry is really good. Like if you love strawberries, if you love blueberries, if you love fruit, huckleberry. So huckleberry is my actual favorite, but it's not easily available. And strawberries are like the actual second. But if like, because huckleberries are not available everywhere, either you have to be in the place to get the products or you have to special order it. But strawberries are a bit more available than huckleberries, so that's why I put strawberry in that. But strawberries tied exactly with lemon because I love lemons. Lemon anything. Love lemons. Strawberries and lemons, just those two. I said, I like looking back on these, see if anything has changed. Still friends with that particular Chris. I know a lot of Chris's, lol. So, yeah, I definitely... Actually, someone asked me, like, oh, what tattoos are you planning? And I started a list. I'm like, oh, I'm planning this, I'm planning that. I don't know. I was thinking about doing a chest tattoo, but I haven't decided, actually. And it's a tattoo that I designed. So it's got, like, supernatural emblem. It's got Star Wars resistance emblem, with like red and pink, so like colors kind of representing Princess Leia, well, General Organa, and then Star Trek's like the science division, and then I couldn't decide if I wanted to have like a TARDIS or like some other like ship thing or whatever flying around like in the background, but I'm not really good at like drawing that stuff, so I was gonna have to like find it online or whatever. And it's on like a hawthorn like branch with the little flowers and stuff, the little blossoming flowers. So sorry, I do a yawn per video, and usually that's only the ones when I'm doing it because my kids are asleep, but I'm tired. It's been a long day, so there you go. The customary yawn per video. There you go. Yeah, so I have a lot of that stuff planned. But I like doing that stuff. I like going back and seeing what my answers were and how they may have changed or if they're the same. This one is pretty standard, pretty generic. It doesn't need like too much detail, though I did add some detail. But yeah, so that's that's something that I wanted to share. That's I really like that most of it's the same. If something has changed, I like to see what has changed and why. Like that's just my introspection on the whole thing. And okay, really hard to open it when I have the lotion. I'm gonna have to put more on. It's already starting to dry. It's already starting to get all flaky and stuff. I don't like that. I don't like that. Also featured chapstick. Yay. I don't like lipstick. It feels weird because I peel very easily. It's either I'm biting my lip, like, yeah, like I'm biting the lip, or something else happens. I don't like having like lipstick or gloss or anything like that on. So all I put is chapstick on my lips. Someone actually asked me once if I had gloss, or like if I had lipstick on. I'm like, no, this is the lip color. This has always been my lip color. I don't know what else to say. I think it's because of how pale I am. And so that's why this is a stark contrast to that. I don't know. But someone actually said that once. So I was like, don't know why you think that. But I wear chapstick. I've worn gloss in the past. So people thought I was wearing like lipstick at one point. But I don't actually wear any kind of lipstick. Only chapstick. Sometimes I have to do the medicated version because I like really had it bleeding or something like that. But oh my god. Okay, I'm just gonna leave that be. I was planning to open this up and do this thing, but this video is already very long. So no, I will do it at some point and then maybe do a video to show, hey, look, I opened it. Haha. And this is what it is. I mean, it shows what it is, but still, I will have the thing to present. So at some point, not tonight because I'm too tired, and now I'm actually kind of hungry. We got the Burger King coming back from the outdoor thing, and then we just put it in the fridge. And so then a couple hours later, boys were like, okay, let's heat up I think that's what I like. Burger King, if you heat it up, it stays pretty much the same tasting. It's still really good if you heat it up. It doesn't taste like crap like some other places with their French fries that taste amazing when they're fresh, but disgusting if you try to reheat them. Anyway. Also, I think that Burger King is not part of the fastest regime, so that might be a perk, I think. Let me look that up actually while I'm doing this. Burger King stance on Trump. Apparently, so an image shared on X claims Burger King purportedly used an advertisement to take aim at Republican nominee and former president. Apparently Burger King trolls Donald Trump for misspelling hamburgers. But that's from 2019. Apparently they've like trolled him before. Burger King has superbly trolled McDonald's after Donald Trump paid a branch in Pennsylvania to visit during his campaign. Oh yeah, I remember that thing. Okay. So apparently there were some things. Apparently they trolled Trump in the past. Let me see. Did they? Where are they on this? A lot of this is from 2019. No. On. Let me see here. Now I'm just looking at Burger King stance on and whatever. Huh. Shows the legislation or have anti-firearm corporate policies in place. Responsibility as corporation defining looking strong bottom line to consider the impact of everything we do. Huh. Latest retailers. That's 2019. That doesn't have Burger King though. It says must include Burger King because it says missing Burger King. Okay. So what's their stance on? Let's look at the next one. Actually, now I want to like do this as a stance on. I'll just say Republican. We use that top fast food companies gave more than 297,000 to which politicians? Okay. Let's see. Chains, blue chains. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Okay, they're looking at top major fast food companies. Okay. Okay. Let's see. No acting CEO of major fast food has given to the Donald Trump or Joe Biden campaign. Okay. So now I'm like curious. Now you're going with me on this spiral. Congrats. Yes, I'm going to keep recording and I'm not going to pause this. And then I'm going to upload this and you're going to be like, oh, this is boring. And why are we doing this? And I don't care. It's my video. You can watch if you want. That's fine. Because now I'm doing the spiral and I'm like, I might as well record it while I'm doing this because I just thought of it right now. So, by the way, I'm never going to do a live. And that would terrify me. I know you did not ask that question, but I'm just telling you that, like, well, if you're going to do something on the fly like that, no. No one asked. I just supplied the answer just because. I don't see Burger King in this list, though. At all. Okay, so, Candidate recipients cycle on top recipients of all types of open secrets. Political donations. Okay. Alright, political donations from 15 of the largest. Yeah, but is it going to include the thing that I asked? Burger King. Okay. Lots of data, lots of, okay. Lots of pretty little charts with lovely colored lines. Great. Let's see here. As much Democratic so far. Okay. Oh, at the time that they did this thing. Okay. But are you gonna give me a chart with... You're not, are you? Nope. I don't see them at all in this. Okay. That was a bust. Okay, yeah, it did Burger King use a McDonald's ad to target Trump? It'd be hilarious if they did. Slap back. Apparently they did this fact check that's saying no, they didn't, but it'd be fun if they did. It'd be fun if they did a lot of things. It's fun. I should say Republican Party. Okay. Burger King. Open secrets. I don't even know if this is legit. Make direct contribution to a congressional candidate. Can't even pronounce things. 2024. Okay. Oh, 0 from the actual corporation. From individuals. Okay. Cool. Cool. Alright. Doesn't tell me anything. Because now I'm going to be like, oh no, should I go there? Now, I did get a gift card, so it's not like I'm spending my money there. So it's like free food. But now I was curious, like, oh, what is their stance on all this? It'd be nice if they like push back on stuff, but okay. Anyway, now this is an hour. I'm so sorry. I mean, am I though? Because this is my video and I'm going to post it anyway, and it's going to be however long it's going to be. I'm trying to be polite, okay? I'm choosing to be polite. I'm trying to be polite and nice. But really, in reality, it doesn't matter because it's my video and I'm going to post it however, and I can't edit things. I'm terrible at technology, so this is just what it's going to be. Okay, so preliminary search did not give me anything, so I'd probably have to like choose my wording carefully in the search. I don't feel like thinking about that on the fly while I'm recording this, so I'll do that later. Whether I remember to actually report back and put in a video because I want to, another story. Okay. So that's more of my whimsical side, I guess, for today. I'm trying to get all this out so that I don't have to think of it later. I think that's part of the other reason why I do videos, is because I can get all this stuff out and then my brain's no longer agonizing over it. If I can get it out, it's not in here anymore. And that's part of the reason why I like the whole white noise and loud music and just stuff when I'm choosing it, is because then it's drowning out all the things in here that never shut up. But if I talk things and get it out, then it's no longer in here. And I'll be like, okay, I can forget it now. I mean, it's still there. It's in a video, but now I can forget it. So, all right. Okay. I will talk to you when I talk to you, I guess. I don't know when that will be. I always say that. I need to come up with something better to say. I need to like say something better because that sounds like really bad now that I think. Really, really bad. Sounds morbid. And don't get me wrong, I got some dark humor. I have some dark humor. But I don't want to be too morbid. Like, I'll have to like bring out my inner Morticia to be like positivity with a dash of dark. I don't know. I'll have to, because I can't think of anything else that I would say. I don't know when, but it sounds so ominous. I don't want to sound ominous. I don't want to like predict something that would be bad. I'm trying not to do that. Universe, please be nice. Knock on wood, please. Okay. Talk to you whenever.